I'm gonna run the intro. Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Chluy, and welcome to ChluyTalk. Today, I got a very special guest. He needs no introduction. It's the one and only JL Jupiter. How are you doing, my bong?
Gun check, gun check, gun check.
Gun check.
We do that every morning, man. We do our, imaginary gun check.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Memo's a pro at. I call him Memo. Y'all might call him as Hella Chluy, but
you're the only one that's allowed to call me Memo. You're the only one that's allowed to call
him
me
Memo. Me and Memo, we do imaginary gun checks every day, and I'm telling you, he's a pro at it. Because all I do is this. He'll do stuff like.
I switch it up, man. I switch up artillery. It's like, what's it called?
Other day you did this
Black
one.
Ops.
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you inviting me to your first podcast episode, your first guest. I'm truly honored to be a part of ChluyTalk. I've been a part of Team Chluy for the longest too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man. So
we rocking here, man, for a good 10 years, dog. They don't know about our struggles. They don't know about our adversity.
Man.
They don't know about what we've been through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a lot of the great times is hasn't been captured on film. It's just memories that we always be talking about, and it's just hilarious. You know what I mean?
Oh man, we go back like flip flops and waves.
This is huge. This is huge for you, man. Like seeing you in this type of light. Like I'm actually super. Like I tell you all the time, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you,
man. If y'all know anything about Memo or Chluy, he's very shy, man. He's very, very quiet. You know what I'm saying? Very very shy. But this is a huge thing for him. And normally I would capture him. Y'all don't know this, but maybe we might get together and kind of like release some footage of the beginning music videos that we've done. When you were just like super nervous, but you kept doing it, and I was able to capture what it is that I want, and the rest is history, man.
I don't think there was a video shoot that you shot for me where I wasn't nervous.
I knew you was nervous because the whole time your mouth would get dry. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Head was on a swivel, looking around all the time, being all conscious and stuff. But I just be like, yo, man, can we curse on here?
yeah, it's uncut.
Oh, I'm like, man, just do that shit, dog. Fuck what they talking about, man.
Yeah,
just
man.
Do that shit.
Remember, like I always need some. I always relied on something like, yo, I need some coffee. I need some black coffee. I need some caffeine. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, yo, I'm like a natural, like my natural energy, like a natural high. Like people that grew up with me, they knew how I am. I'm always like kind of hyper. So for me to like get all in at this stage and like in my 20s and 30s, like, yo, that's kind of weird. Cause I was never like that in my teens. So
yeah, I mean,
midlife crisis, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it could be the fact that you were out here mainly by yourself, man. It took some time to actually get used to the environment, getting used to the people, getting used to me. You know what I mean? You ain't know me from a can of paint when we first met. You just hit me up on DM. You DM me, man. You slid in my DM. Pause. You know what I'm saying? On MySpace.
All right, yeah. Let's get into that.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So, I just want to ask you like how you got started. Not with just what you're doing now with your food stuff, but how you got started like with like YouTube and just like putting yourself out there and how we met, leading to the DM story.
Well, it's been a long process, just like anything, I guess when you're a YouTuber, for us, it's been like lingering in the back. You know what I mean? It's just a part of the culture. It's a part of your daily routine. Especially 10 years ago, YouTube was like not as big as it is now, naturally. But I've been around it. I didn't know the type of success or the type of monetary gains you can get from YouTube until recently. A lot of us are scared of putting ourselves out there. That's a huge thing. So I've been around YouTube for a long time. And it wasn't until like a year and a half ago I took it seriously. And it's never too late to start. But as far as my background, like how we met, I was a hip hop artist at first. And you met me on you found me on YouTube and you saw one of my first ever music videos at a train station. And
I think it was Natural, Bong. Natural. Was it
first, I saw. Natural? Yeah. It was Natural or The Struggle, one of them, right?
I saw
you hit
both.
Me up. You saw them both, yeah. I mean, Memo's actually responsible. Actually, I must say, Memo's brilliant. If y'all don't know that, he keeps up with the times. Like he's one of the guys I go to and be like, "Yo, is this hot?" You know what I mean? Like, what are these artists doing these days? Because he's the one that's actually in love with the current generation, the current trends, the current technology. He's very into that, like naturally into it. Like he's not forcing himself. Like I'll just be like, "Yo, what's the move? Like, what are they doing now?" And he'll be like, "Yo, you got to check out this artist. Artist is dope." And for the most part, they're dope. So
Yeah,
you
definitely.
saw Natural, you saw the struggle, and then you messaged me on MySpace. I think you messaged me on Facebook as well.
No, it was a YouTube. I messaged you
Oh, it
on
was YouTube. That's right.
YouTube.
That's
They
when
had a DM feature back in the day, so I
yeah.
slid in your YouTube DM. Throwback
Yeah, yeah.
2010, I believe.
And I'm like, yo, who is this guy? Like normally I'm like on like my the way I do things on social media now, I don't really look into my DMs as much because I don't know, like I don't be responding to it. But you're like, I looked at your profile pic. I remember you had on a
Members only jacket.
members only jacket on, and at that time I thought it was dope because I always wanted a members only jacket because Most Def was rocking it. Most Def is like,
Hmm.
he's like a
Vintage
low
hip
key
hop.
fashion, like a little, I watch how Most dresses. Like he's very like he may dress a little weird sometimes, but it's like actually by design. But I saw you wear that, and I'm like, who is this guy? I didn't think he was Cambodian at first, but then it was like I don't know what made me did it, like invite you to my house because I actually just bought a house and I just like yo, just come through.
Yeah,
And
man.
we actually went the first time, like I picked you up off the Chinatown bus. We went to go get pho, some Vietnamese food and stuff like that. I actually had my flip video camera and I made sure I interviewed you just to have some sort of like evidence in case you was crazy or try to kill me or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, it was a
But yo,
super time.
it was some good times. You came down and actually just shot your music video off the humble, like just on some. All right, let's have some fun. That's been our like relationship. That's how we actually built our names and stuff. We just did it just for fun. Like we just, all right, you got a record, come over and shoot it. And we would shoot it, knock it, go viral for, that morning and don't go to sleep because of viral anxiety and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
the
And
viral anxiety, the addiction, it was real. Like
it
it's
was
like
real. Yeah. I,
that time the
like,
algorithm was popping. Like we could
oh
drop anything, it'll go
man,
viral.
it was great to see. Like, it was great to see the process and just seeing how everything took off. And I mean, we didn't go viral. Well, you didn't go viral at first because when we were doing it, you were just trying to do your music stuff.
Yeah,
And
that
then
Michael Jackson stuff.
I was a hip hop artist at the time, trying to launch my stuff too. And you know what I mean. And I formed a little group. I ain't gonna say the name or nothing like that, but you were a part of it, and then we had another artist a part of it, and it was gaining some momentum. And I don't know if people really care about this, but we kind of broke off for a little bit too because of a little situation that happened. We're not gonna talk about that.
We can if you want.
But
I mean, it was just kind of like we
no,
had a
I don't
little
want to bring
falling
up.
out,
I don't
and
want to
then
bring in no other people's name. But
oh
we
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
broke off. Um, we broke off a little bit after that, and I was feeling kind of bad. I'm like, damn, because I actually, besides you being part of the team, I actually like, I could say I miss you, dog. Like, yeah,
yeah.
I miss Memo, man. Like, we used to hit each other on the
Just
DM, and then we stopped talking for like a few months, and I was just trying to get in contact with you and stuff like that. It wasn't until Miz had that video and he collabed with you, and I guess he played Peacemaker at the time, and I was
that was
like, yo,
dope.
we was under the bridge, and I was like, yo, man, I just want to say, yo, I miss you, man. Like, my bad on that, and I just want to, I don't know what I said specifically, but I just said something like, I mean, let's put that to the side and let's keep doing what
Yeah,
we're doing. And right after that, it was history from there, because
yeah, we bongs for
I can't,
life, man. Like
yeah,
I appreciate you, like inviting me over to your family. Like when we first met, it's like right away I felt like I was part of the family. Like, and you're like the first like Khmer family, Khmer homie that I met in the East Coast when I moved to the East Coast in New York. So
yeah,
2010 and it's 2020 now. We still homies for life.
yeah, man. I always I don't really take in people a lot, but when I do, it's kind of like all or nothing. Like, you're just family to me. I'm gonna make sure you come over my crib, go over my family's crib and stuff. But most importantly, I just make sure that you're actually in good health. You know what I'm saying? And always check up on you and make sure that you're doing well, you know what I mean? And make sure that you're taking care of yourself. That's always been my thing too. If I see a friend not doing so well, if I notice something, a pattern or something like that, I always, even if they get mad at me, my thing is, as long as they okay and they get to see what I see and just communicate, as long as I tell you the truth on how I feel about certain things, I always tell you that, like, you know, a truth is fast, is straight to the point. If they get mad at it, oh well, but as long as you're able to express it and not hold anything, um, you know, passive aggressiveness thoughts or anything like that, as long as you're able to just get it out there, tell people the truth, you should never have a problem in a relationship. You know what I mean? So I've always been straightforward with you, with a lot of my friends too, on how I feel about things. You know, things that I see as far as pattern, specifically with you, that I was really concerned about. So, and you know, I'm proud of you, dog. You know, you
Yeah,
back, man. You know
you
what
see
I'm
me through
saying?
like all phases, you know. So it's like I went
Through
through
the
a lot of
adversity, dog.
adversity. Yeah, this theme for the season is called overcoming adversity. But like, yeah, he see me at my lowest. You know, like I was like I would say like probably 60 pounds heavier when we met. And then
So you,
JL played a huge role in like motivating me to like, yo, lose that weight. And then when it really hit me was like when you guys won the Super Bowl, and we had that selfie footage of me jumping up and down celebrating because not because the Eagles won, but mainly because nobody likes Tom Brady. I was rooting against Tom Brady. Shout out to my New England Pats fan. Don't get mad that I'm a Seahawk. So I was like, yo, I saw my belly jiggle like 40,000 times. I'm like, yo, that's not me. That's not the way I look. I was never that fat, and like not till like in my late 20s. So I was like, yo, I gotta get back. I gotta get back right. So I dropped like 60 pounds since then, and I feel
dropped a
good. I
lot,
feel
man.
healthy. Remember when I used to have like all kinds of stomach problems?
Yeah.
I used to have like a lot of flatulence, a lot of gas. Now I'm good now. I'm
Bro, I
eating
know you
right.
slept over my house, and I just be like, you okay, bro? Like, you be like, nah, man. You know, this is what happens when the dog's here, and you know this weather. You was making all type of excuses. You know what I mean? Like,
I was blaming the
you was
dogs for
blaming,
my allergies, man.
you blaming Misha. Rest in peace, Misha. You was blaming
Rest in
Misha.
peace,
She
me. I
just
love
wanted,
Misha too. I love Misha so much. Rest in peace, Misha. She was
you
like
was
a good
blaming
dog,
everything. You
man.
was blaming
Yeah.
everything for your allergies. I'm like, yeah, what the Android got to do with your allergies,
Yeah.
dog?
So I did research, and then it had a lot of that had to do with gut health. So the gut
It's
health will
gut.
have give you allergy symptoms. So it's really my gut health. My gut health
It's
wasn't right at all.
it's gut health and it's your habits. I know about it. I ain't gonna get into it, but it was your
Hmm.
habits at the time, and you know,
Eating
your
recklessly too. Yeah.
just your bad habits. And it's not much I can do for you when I'm not there. I can only tell you and get
Hmm.
on your nerves about it, and hopefully hold the mirror up to see what it is that you're seeing. And you know, gladly you saw a video during the Super Bowl, and you know that's something that
Yeah,
help you
I
get
didn't like the way
motivated.
I look, man. I'm like, damn, I had like 3 chins. I'm like, yo, this is whack, yo.
Yeah, man.
I gotta like, yo, get my life together. So I thank you for like, pushing me and like, yo, Memo, you gotta, I'm worried about you. You gotta lose some weight. I'm like, yeah, man. We used to
Straight
walk like
up.
that. What's that Cooper River every day, man? I used to
Yo, you would
struggle walking
walk.
that river.
I
But
tell the people, I'm gonna tell the people, yo, he used to walk Cooper River with me. If y'all don't know Cooper River, it's a 3.5 mile lake.
yeah,
I'd say you would walk maybe about 500 feet and start gagging. You know what I mean? Start
uh,
like catching your breath and like straight up throwing up. And
yeah.
then I know, like I know what was going on, but I know you
I
knew
called
what
it
was
morning
going.
allergies. I was in denial. I was like, yo, that's my morning allergies. That's what happens every
Exactly.
mornings. But
I
it's
know
not
what was
normal.
going on.
I
You
was
knew what was
normalizing
going on.
it.
Exactly. You were kind of afraid to acknowledge what was going on, so you would make an excuse. But I would look at you like, okay, man. You keep telling yourself that, man, until one day, God forbid anything bad happens. But
Yeah.
it never got to that point. But you would literally throw up everything, you know what I mean? Get it out. And I would do stuff like that to force you to go out just to take a walk. You would be like,
Yeah.
"No, man, I'm from New York, dog. We walk everywhere. We walk everywhere." I'm like, "All right, like it's obviously not helping you, man. It's really your
And
habits and stuff."
my legs started like numbing up when I was walking Cooper River. I'm like, yo, this is not normal. This don't happen in New York.
Yeah, but when you walk at your own leisure. But if you
Yeah.
actually walking to work out, like it's a little different. But
Yeah.
so
But
yeah, man, I'm glad.
I miss our walks. I miss our exercise. We did a lot of activity, man, when we hung out. We threw football. You broke my finger. Tell them when you broke my finger.
I did not break your finger, dog. You just didn't know how to catch a football at that time.
I tried catching it like this. The tip of the ball hit my middle finger, and I couldn't move my finger. It was like this. It was like this for like 3 months.
Your finger, I had memes about it, but your tip of your finger looked like a dolphin's head, man. Like it was like
Man.
it was bad.
Yeah, I learned real quick on how to catch a ball. Never again, man.
I actually I could throw a football pretty good, and I didn't know that you didn't know how to catch a football.
I was just learning how to catch that time, so I learned the hard way. Yo, still cricket till this day.
You got a humpback nail, dog. Yeah, it was good time. We have a lot of good times. Like I said, you family, so you just come over. Like it'll be like something like our relationship be like, yo, what you doing this weekend? Oh no, I'm gonna pull up. All right, pull up. And then you would sleep on the couch or in my other extra room, and then we would just literally knock out content. You know, like if anybody there want to know how to be successful on YouTube, it's really just consistent content. You know, and that's what we were doing. We shoot. And it's really not overthinking. We didn't overthink a lot either, you know, when it comes to skits and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
and,
we would shoot and upload. We didn't even like,
shoot,
do any,
upload,
like, color grading. We just shoot right from our phone. Boom.
Shoot, upload, refresh till our phone dies out.
Yep. And then we shoot the next one too. We'll like backlog it. We'll shoot like 3 or 4 skits, you know, and then like schedule post it. We had a rhythm. We had an operation. It was lit.
Yeah, that was when, like, you know how they always say with certain platforms, you have to get in. They always have restrictions later on, but at that time, I felt like that was like the golden era of YouTube, where a lot of people can build their name, you know, and get their fame and stuff like that. Those are because YouTube didn't really have these algorithms. It was kind of like if you had consistent content, you're gonna get the views. You know what I mean? And then YouTube like kind of dialed back on the algorithm.
Now. It's about watch
time. Watch
yeah.
time now. Exactly. So a lot of people made their bread back then, made their fame back then. So, you know, we got in good. I mean, I'm still trying to fight that algorithm.
You on your way, bro. You're like, what? Oh, you're almost at 100K, right? So
yeah, I'm projected to get there by the end of the year. It's man, YouTube is like ups and downs, man. I tell you right now, like right now you have to diversify not just your channel, but your merch, your Patreon. Like they're really not trying to pay YouTubers. They're trying to have the fans pay the YouTubers directly with like
now,
donations, super chat, you know, Patreon, all that stuff. So
I see a lot of YouTubers moving over to Patreon. So it's like that's like the wave right now.
It's the wave. You know, Facebook, I'm on there too, and they would always send me messages saying, "Oh, you know, you can create your own community and have your own thing within Facebook and stuff." I'm like, I don't know. I just don't. For me, I don't like begging for money online. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, I feel you. Like I don't know how to approach
that's the culture. I guess that's the culture now. I just don't like. I don't feel like, yo, can you guys send me some money through this? It's like, I feel like your viewership is enough, anyways, to watch, and to give me the watch time. But for me to be like, yo, make sure you guys find it in your hearts to send me some bread. You know, I'm doing a lot. Like I've done it a couple in my videos. It just didn't feel right, but I did it anyways because it goes with the time. But at the same time, I'm not. I'm like the old school type of dude where it's like I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna get to it, and people will see that. But I don't know. Maybe that's just how it is nowadays. You know? Yeah. People with like less than 100 subscribers would be like, donate to my Cash App. I'm just like, you didn't put in no work yet, man.
But I did put your Venmo on the graphic there on the screen. So if you guys do want to support the movement and JL's journey to 100K. So he could keep the quality content coming. So you could pay for his, you know, his quadruple hoagie sandwiches, you know, from the mom and pop shop. That's what I respect about you. You bless up the mom and pop shop in your neighborhood as well as surrounding tri-state area, which is dope. That's what you're doing differently. I think you're not afraid to go to the hood. So that's what makes you. That's what sets you apart from like the, you know.
I mean, you know, people don't know my background either. Like I do a lot of camera work for people, you know, within the past, I say not even 10 years. It's more like 7 years because in 2010 I was an artist and I didn't really start learning the camera until like 2013. So I'd say for a good 5 years, 6 years, I really got down, learned the camera, learned the DSLR, learned how to edit proficiently. Like I was obsessed with it. And I only bring that up to let you know how I'm able to be successful with my channel that only been around for like a year and a half, less than 2 years, I'd say. I use my skills as far as being a cameraman. I use my editing skills as well. Editing is key to everything. And I'm able to pump out. I think I did about 300 videos in less than 200 or less than 2 years. And people just don't understand that. Sometimes I shoot a video that morning and drop it within an hour. You know, like I feel like I'm really good at it. Not to brag or anything, but I feel I'm pretty good at it. I'm able to put a story together and just put like some good content. And that's what people like. That's what people come for. It's not just me eating in front of the camera. There's nothing wrong with channels that eat in front of the camera, but that's not my niche. I like to put some good cinematography, some good editing together, some good hip hop music, some hip hop instrumentals together, and then show off the places that I love going to, which is like either in the hood or food trucks or something like that. And I don't want to be known as like hood eats. Like I don't brag about going to the hood. I just go to the hood because it's like it's normal for me to go to the hood. So
Hood food got good food.
hood food got the best food because you get a lot of bang for your buck. You know, people in the hood ain't playing that. Like you can't charge people in the hood $10 for a burger. You know what I'm saying? And on the same token, like for $5 for a burger, you're gonna get a lot of bang for your buck. So that's why I love the hood. You know what I mean? But I can respect the people's hustle. They got bills to pay when it comes to charging for like a $15 burger or something like that. You know, they might be in a prestige neighborhood. They might have a brand. They might have names. They might use some fancy words in the ingredients. But yeah, I love it. But my platform is mainly for mom and pop shops, you know, small local businesses, and put them on a platform because they're doing a lot of great different type of food, and they've been serving the community for years. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Hella Chluy for being a great host today, man. This dude he got
Thank
notes
you.
and all that stuff. He's really impressing me, dog. This is the platform you want to get. If y'all want to get y'all promotion or, you know, get interviewed by ChluyTalk today, I'm telling you, this dude
Send me an
is a
email.
different guy.
Info at
Send them email.
hellochloy.com.
Info at
Yeah.
hellochloy.com.
I'm looking to speak to all peoples in all walks of life. I want to have diversity on this channel. So it don't matter if you're a musician or some kind of content creator, you know, some community leader. You could be black, white, Asian, Latino. I want to, you know, I want to have a conversation with you and, you know, share the world, your story on my platform as well as build relationships. But going back to you, JL Jupiter, I admire your work ethic.
Oh, go ahead.
How are you able to have that drive, that killer instinct, the willingness to go hard every day and be consistent? Like that's what I'm working on. I want to be consistent. That's my downfall.
No, it's not your downfall. Everyone has seasons of killing it, right? Like you've had your season of killing it. If y'all don't know Hella Chluy within the Cambodian community, then you really aren't. I hate to say, you really aren't Cambodian, because there was a time when Hella Chluy was dropping consistent content, you know, and not everyone's able to do that. Like years from now, I may not drop consistent content. I may go, you know, I have a family, we have lives and stuff like that. So for you, you've done your duty, dog. You know what I'm saying? So give yourself more credit. I always tell you, give
We've
yourself
done
more
it. We
credit.
did it. We did the majority of it together. So you were people don't know
Absolutely,
that-
but that was you.
Yeah.
That was you, mainly you. That people love you for you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you had that season of just killing it. So my season is now. One thing I've learned is to pace myself, because I can have like overload. I can do things. I do things to a maximum, like 1,000%. And what I'm learning is to not go that hard. You go hard, but don't go hard to the point where you expend all your energy. So going back to what you were saying, how I'm able to just crush it. I don't know. It's just like something that you just like, when it's kind of cliche-ish, but when you love something, like you don't really check your watch. You just do it. You love it. You go to sleep, wake up the next day thinking about it. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know you love it, what it is that you do. Now, so a lot of people are denying what they love. Some people may love to clean up. but it's not the most glamorous thing, but they think about it all the time. That's a good sign to start your own business of cleaning up. For me, it's like what I love to do is film, I love to edit, and I love to eat. So I wake up every day thinking about how I can make my channel better, what type of techniques and editing techniques and effects I can use, what places I can go visit and stuff like that. So I think about it constantly. When you think about something constantly like that, it's more than a hobby. It's more like a passion now. It's something that drives you. You know what I mean? Everyone has, excuse me, everyone has that 1,000% focus when they see light at the end of the tunnel, man. So I think I have, enough drive to take me to my next destination of goals and my next exit plan to it. So I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. I know I won't stop anytime soon because what I do now is I don't have to hire no camera crew. I am the camera guy. I'm the editor. I am my own brand. I am my own personality, and that's what makes me future proof. That makes me a YouTuber. YouTubers are able to do it consistently because they have an easy workflow. And if you don't have that, where you have some sort of dependency, it's going to be tough to keep up with the demands of content.
When did you first start shooting food vlogs, and how did you decide to wake up one morning and just like, I'm gonna be a foodie and I'm gonna stick with it?
I didn't wake up deciding that. I was, like I said, I was doing music videos for people in the past, mainly hip hop artists, and I needed an exit plan because I've seen the market for videographers, as they call us, or camera guy, or video producer or director, right?
Cinematographer. Yeah.
A cinematographer. I've seen the market go down. I've seen our value go down as people that shoot music videos.
Yo, let me
or
get
any
a Hype
type of
Williams
content
style
in the
video
area.
for 200. Can I get a Hype Williams style video for 200?
Exactly. I've started seeing the trend of that because when I first started, it was good. That's not too many people was doing it. Then, just like anything, with technology being more accessible to people and cheaper, everyone picks it up and start learning it. They start to water down the market. So I've recognized that I still did well. Don't get me wrong. I still did well in a
Showing it.
flooded market, but I needed an exit plan for the dependency, and I had this skill set of doing really dope type of videos for people, and I think I'm a pretty good guy on camera, and I just love to eat. So I just wanted to do content that was different in the area. No one else was doing it, but I had like that nice professional quality look that a lot of YouTubers in the area didn't have unless they hired a camera crew. I'm like, yo, I have all these skills right in front of me. I have all these tools. And I just started doing it for fun, just like how we do anything. And it started catching fire. It started lighting a flame within me. I'm like, I think I'm onto something. And then it wasn't until I did the seafood cheesesteak episode where it got really blew up. Oh no, prior to the seafood cheesesteak one was the one we did together in Harlem, the chopped cheese one.
Chopped cheese. That had a milli, right?
Close to a milli, but that was like, that gave me like 10,000 subscribers within a couple of days.
Oh
So
wow.
people started seeing the quality and the content, and a lot of people have been telling me, yo, your quality is superb, man. It's dope. Like, you're gonna blow up in no time. So a lot of people have been telling me this, but I'm kind of like, yeah, it's all right, because my eyes is kind of trained to see the quality to be okay. It can always be better. So after the chopped cheese episode was the seafood cheesesteak episode, and it was more videos, and people were catching on. So it just created. I started watering, taking care of this seed, and I started watering it a little bit more. Then I started to see it growing to be beautiful. I started cutting the grass around it, and it's turning out to be a beautiful, beautiful plant. And hopefully it grows into a marijuana plant so I can smoke it later. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm just kidding.
All right.
But yeah, that's just what it is. Like, it just kind of just built momentum. Sometimes you don't see it. You just have it already. You have the skill set already for it. You don't see it yet. And then it's right there in front of your eyes. So now I'm just like a foodie. I like to think I'm like the top foodie in the area.
Definitely. You're like world famous, Bong. I would like to say you're world famous.
I appreciate that, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I got some fans across the nation and the
You
world,
have
but
you have like a global audience and like a cult following. So like you got the
yeah.
people that say first before I say first. It's I gave up on saying first.
You remember like when you would, I'd see your videos when you posted up and a lot of fans would be like, first. I'm like, yeah, that's how you know you made it, man. And then I started getting that. I'm like, yo, I think I'm making it, dog. Like people are commenting first. Like I click like before I even watched it or something like that. I'm like, yo, those comments
I
are dope,
clicked so
man.
fast as soon as I saw your video. Yo, shout out to
Yeah,
the
man.
notification squad, man. We appreciate y'all. Also, I want to ask, like, what are your plans for JL Jupiter in the next, going forward? Like, maybe what do you see yourself in 5 years? And do you plan on like hitting like Netflix or like, what's your goal? Do you want to be on TV or do you want to
Yeah.
take it to the top?
Absolutely. That's definitely in the works. I mean, that's not in the works, but that's in the works for me. My goals that I have, I've been training myself for that. It could be Netflix, it could be Food Network, it could be, it could be NBC, any of those networks. I feel like I have a skill set that's catered to today's audience, personality that's, solid. I feel like I'm a solid dude. And I go into places that need to be seen and heard, that needs a platform that's been doing a lot of good business. So that's one of my goals. That's not my all, that's not like the final destination landing spot. It'll be great because, of course, it'll be a bigger audience watching and stuff. And I can quit my job and take care of my family and, have some money in my pocket and get my family situated and stuff and take care of other people that's been riding with me. But I love that, I love that. And that's the goal. That's the goal, is to be, one of the top foodies in the world. Maybe even take classes on being a chef. Who knows, man? But I don't want to really tell you all my other exit plan on here. I don't want to jinx it quite yet. We can talk off camera about it, but it'll be some other stuff that's in the works. But since you brought it up, yeah, the goal is to have a show on maybe Food Network, any of those platforms. You know what I'm saying? I can even start off small with a smaller network or something like that and work my way up. But for now, it's like I feel like they don't know me to put me out there quite yet. But a lot of people, it's crazy. I don't want to say it like this, but I know they get a lot of ideas from my videos. They may do a story on one of the places I visited because they watch my videos, and that's all good because they're giving exposure to some of the community storefronts. But they got. I feel like my time is coming where they're gonna give me my props. Right now, they don't think I'm that serious, but they might be waiting till I hit 1 million subs or something like that, or I don't know what they're waiting for. But if they really want a good story, they will come and interview me because my followers is dope, man. They definitely support me, and I want to give them a shout out. My followers, their name is the Game Changers. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out the Game Changers out there. Y'all really real. Y'all putting in the footwork too, and y'all the best. That's all I can really say. Y'all the best.
And was it last year where we went to when we celebrated your 10K subscriber video? Was that last year or the year before?
Last January.
And now you're at 87K. Wow, that's amazing. That's crazy growth right there.
Yeah, I mean
Wow.
that's because I remember when we was in YouTube studios. I didn't even
Yeah.
have 10. I didn't even have 10K to get in there. Like I only got through. I only got in there because of you. You know what I'm saying? And you
You were
brought a
my
guest
guest.
in. Yeah, you
And
brought a
boom.
guest in, and that was motivation. Like, you helped motivate me too because I've seen the YouTube studios. It just opened my eyes, even though I've never been there yet, as far as under my name goes. But that was just a good motivation to use to get my subscribers up and stuff like that. So we went up there, and I was like, yo, I made 10K, and we did like a little video there. And then we went to go eat places and stuff like that. So um, the point is, keep people around you motivated. Just Memo motivates me. You know what I'm saying? I got the new trees; they motivate me. My wife motivates me. A lot of people motivate me. Naren, they motivate me. The 925 guys, all those good people around me. So everybody here, we working and we moving and we motivating each other, man.
Shout out to each and every one of y'all. His people are my people. Also, I want to ask, like, what type of advice or tips you want to give to, like, aspiring, like, YouTubers or people that want to get into what you're doing, like the, videos, food vlogs or whatever, or cinematography?
It's a lot of things, but I'll just point out a couple or maybe a few. Consistency is one of them. If you need to, like I tell you again, if you need to hire someone to come film you, you're not going to make it in this business unless you're rich, unless you're a millionaire. You don't care to blow money. So learn how to shoot and edit yourself on a consistent basis. Don't overthink it. Secondly is come up with your own style. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to use someone else's format and then later on come up with your own style, but always try to come up with your own style. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're always going to be a clone of that other channel. And people don't really want to see that. If you're just a clone of someone else's channel, why don't they just watch the original channel? So stand out, make yourself stand out. Do something that you love and you're passionate about. But as long as you're consistent about it, I tell the guys this. Think of YouTube. If you're going to start a YouTube channel, think of it like a department store. You know what I'm saying? People go to department stores not because they have the same shirts in every department, the same white shirts. That's equal to just putting up one video. People go to department stores because you have a plethora of videos and content where people can consistently go to different sections of the store and search through it. So you're going to need a lot of videos and content so people can stay on your channel. So that's a good way if y'all want to like really have a visual thought about how your channel should look. It should have a lot of videos, diversity and stuff like that too. So that's my tip for, briefly as far as opening up a YouTube. You just can't be scared either. You can't be scared to put yourself out there. So if you can do all that, you're going to grow, develop your own style, keep putting out content. It'll iron itself out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have insecurities about things, but as long as you're putting yourself out there and people can see the process, that's what they love too.
Right on. Yeah. And does gear matter, or can what 3 pieces of equipment can they get started right away? Let's say like a little gorilla pod, a little mini tripod, and if they don't have a camera, iPhone.
It's like you have some work done. If I could do skits on a certain type of people starting up their channel, it'll be the people that talk too much about starting a channel. It'll be the people that buy all the professional gears because they think they need it. You know what I'm saying? Those are like the 2 type of people I run across with. I tell them, you have a phone, use your phone. Phones are more than sufficient. Think about the technology of phones today versus what we had 10 years ago, Memo.
Crystal clear, bong. Like
we didn't have those type of phones 10 years ago.
I'm talking about now. We had crystal clear.
I know.
Yeah, but you asked me about we had the Nokia 3310. We had Snake. We had the Motorola Razr. We thought that was popping, but it was like just a little, had color, but color
exactly.
Snake.
10 years ago, you had to use a DSLR, which cost thousands of bucks versus what you have now. Like if you just get like the iPhone 11.8.
I'm a bit. iPhone 11. iPhone 8.
I meant to say if you had the iPhone 8, that's more than even a 6. Like I'm we don't. I don't want to get an Android and iPhone, but I just tell you, if you have an iPhone in your pocket, you can start shooting now. You have to learn how to edit. No one's going to teach you how to edit, but yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you can learn how to shoot and edit yourself, that's the setup for success in YouTube. So you don't need no gorilla pod. You don't need none of that. Like just learn how to shoot. Get the experience on how to shoot with, hold it up first and start shooting and stuff like that. That's all. You just need your phone. Everyone has a smartphone nowadays. Yeah. If it's an Android, use an Android. Learn how to just, get yourself up to the point where you're comfortable enough to put your content out.
Real talk. I use my iPhone like 80% of the time for like my skits that's on the fly because the quality is good. I just shoot and upload, so I don't have to like worry about offloading it to my computer and editing and nyai. We call it the nyai process. So that if you want to shoot and upload, iPhone the way to go is like boom. and the quality is good, and you can blend it with your camera too. We use it for B rolls, you know. We use a 4K
I
60
love
for the
it.
slow mo. I love it. It's
I
crispy.
love it. iPhone is the perfect B-roll camera, and I use it a lot in my vlogs, man, to give you some pointers on how I do it. Um, but it's there. You got to learn it. It's not going to learn itself. So iPhone is where it's at.
Awesome. So I think we covered like your YouTube careers type. You know, I think I also wanted to touch on some other topics like some current events that are important. I think for our community, not just
Hmm.
our not just our like my community, but like community as a people.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's see. We're living in like some weird times, crazy times right now. Like a few weeks ago, the whole George Floyd murder. I was kind of like I was going through it like mentally. I'm like, wow, seeing
Hmm.
everybody, seeing all the riots, like all the people like protesting and like all the for all the injustice and then like Breonna Taylor and then Elijah McClain is like I think I just want to know what do you think about that and how can we as Asians be better allies to our African American brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I was devastated too. I said it in my vlogs, man. It really took a toll on me emotionally. It took a toll on us, my family emotionally, for quite some time. And yeah, our rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace to everyone that's fallen in the injustice of the system. Um, your question is, how can Asians be better allies?
Yeah, yeah. I see a lot of us are quiet. Like I feel like the quiet their silence is deafening. Like it's
Yeah, they
it's
say silence is violence, right? Or
yes.
they say white silence is violence. But for Asians, we can just, every Asian person knows, that lives in the community, the black community or something like that. They can do their part by supporting their own, their community by seeing what's needed within the community. What type of support is needed. Because there's been rallies, there's been fundraisers and stuff like that. Get to know your neighbors. Not just don't say anything. So get to know your neighbors and stuff like that. Support everyone's business, not just you know Asian business. Go ahead and support. There's other business that's black owned. You can support them too. You know, but get the first thing foremost is get to know your neighbors. That can diffuse a lot of tension. That you guys probably are more um, had more in common than you thought. But that goes for everybody, whether it's white, black. Just get to know your neighbors. But we can we can help. Like we can listen and not be so judgmental on people. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't. For me, I I make sure my own black brothers and sisters are doing okay. That's how I'm able to do it. If there's anything type of protest I can do online or in person, I try to do my part by, showing up, showing solidarity and stuff like that, seeing how I can get involved. I don't know. I really can't give advice to other people what to do because I don't know where they stay at or anything. But for me, how I supported, I did online support. I showed up to rallies. I checked in with my brothers and sisters and see how they're doing and stuff like that to see they're okay. So, um, and just just talking about it. If they want to talk about it, you can always talk about it. So for me, was that is just seeing what I can do to help, not necessarily putting my foot down to initiate help because I don't know. I want to be allied by just how can I get behind you. I don't want to take
Right.
no issues into a black issue. Like I can't speak up on
Right.
any black issues because I'm not black, but I can help you by backing you up, by showing up, by supporting, by buying things. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to buy things and support not black owned stuff, but just support local stuff too as well. So that's how I'm able to support my brothers and sisters in these times.
Thank you. That's a great answer. I totally agree with you what you said. And is there anything you want to say about anything that's going on in the world, or any shout outs, any other things you want to talk about, as far anything that we need to know? What's your favorite color?
I have favorite colors, not just a color. I like red. I like black. I like green.
Green or Kelly Green?
Um, I like Kelly Green, just because it's part of my favorite Eagles team. That's crazy. I just said red, black, and green. I think that's like the yeah, that's crazy. Red, black, and green. That's like
Jamaica?
the flag for RBG.
What's
You ever see the
RBG?
black flag? RBG flag, revolutionary but gangster, dead prez. But
Oh,
I think,
okay.
yeah, those are wow, that's crazy. Those are my favorite colors. Actually, I love red. I love the color black because I wear it all the time. It goes well with everything. Green is just like it's just a great, beautiful color. But sometimes I like yellow. I don't know. It depends on my mood and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I always go for either red or black or green. Those are the three colors I normally go with.
I
So
like
ask me
burgundy.
some burgundy is cool. Burgundy is cool in the fall. I love the
Okay,
look of it.
I'll ask you a question. What's your favorite book, and what's your books you recommend for people to read to help their self help or some knowledge, gain some knowledge?
Some knowledge itself.
Yeah, knowledge of self. Hotep.
Everyone has their journey. For me, what helped me a lot was this the self help book, 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, and I use that to this day. The lessons that are taught, the history that was given as an example. I've seen it. Like prior to it, I think I read it back in like 2000. I want to say 2011 or something like that, 2010. But those books right there taught me a lot in marketing. It taught me a lot on how to interact with people. It taught me a lot on just life in general, on the game of life. On you know, I can see certain situations when some people are beefing with each other. Let's say I think the first law is like never outshine the master, right? So it's like when I see it in pop culture or something that made the news, and someone was team members with each other. Who was it recently that was like that? Somebody was like that recently. Oh man, who was it? Somebody was in the news recently. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So the reason why he got kicked out is because he tried to be too good. He tried to be better than the person that brought him in. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about with the 48 laws of power. Even 50, the 50 of law of power was good by 50 Cent. He got with the author, I think his name is Green, Robert Green or something like that. 50th law was good too. It's mainly just about having no fear and accepting your faith. Those books are good. I highly recommend those. And it's not a book where you read from page one all the way to the end. It's kind of like a book you read when you need to learn about something in a situation. So if you're an artist and you're looking to you're going to a network event, there's laws in there that helps you out with that. And one of them is make a bold statement, never be forgotten, don't get lost in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like those are laws actually in the book that teaches you about things. So the art of bullshitting, of never being forgotten and stuff, it's all in the book that helps you out. I don't use that because I'm a quiet type of dude. So when I go to networking events, you may not find me at networking events because I don't go there to put myself out there. But if you go, you have to go, then you might want to be remembered and read those books. It's a type of book where it's in sections. But if you're asking me what like other type of books, self-improvement, I don't know. I used to read a lot, but now lately it's like I read everything on the internet.
That's a fact. Yeah.
the ebooks and all that stuff. I actually miss picking up books. Let's see what books is behind me right now. Let's see.
Man, I be reading memes. You know, the best meme I saw was, I used to walk into a room and wonder if people like me. Now I wonder if I like them.
It's the best quote ever. Look, let me show you. The 50th law right here.
Ooh,
Y'all want to know about history? We got the new Jim Crow.
and you keep it
This is a
clean.
great book. This is probably the most recent book I read by Robert Greene. Mastery. Mastery, in a nutshell, is essentially in any type of specialty field, in order to reach that master position, you have to put in like 10,000, I think it's like 10,000 hours of actual work.
Wow.
10,000 hours.
Go ahead.
And when I read that, I'm like, yo, I think I became a master in what I did as far as editing and stuff, because going back at the time, I would spend 10,000 hours. I would work a full-time job, be obsessed with it during work, come home, mess with the camera, go to the park, take thousands of pictures, come home and just look at it and just keep researching stuff. So I definitely feel like I reached a master level in my own right when it comes to cameras and just putting out good quality stuff, man. So yeah, this is a great book. So if I need to pump out a book, this is a really good book to read. Mastery by Robert Greene, author of the 48 Laws of Power. Great book.
My mom's an intellectual, man. I remember when your screen name was Jeff Intellect.
I had to take that off because, you know, if you get a name like that, people will try to test you with some intellectual stuff. I'm like, you know, let me get rid of that, man.
You are intellectual, though.
one of the laws is you got to play like you're dumb too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if I tell people I'm an intellectual, you know, they would expect intellectual stuff. So I had to remove that and be like, I'm just regular, a regular.
They're gonna hit you with the math questions.
What have you done in 1962?
That's hilarious.
Hey man, what else you got for me, dog? This is a great interview, dog. This is the best interview I've had since.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, like, you know, I just want to see you keep on growing. Like, you know, I definitely would love to have you on a follow up interview, maybe like a couple months from now, because I think you're gonna get that 100K sooner than later, Bong. I know you will, because you the man. Every morning I get a notification. Woo, J.O., this sandwich is on fire. I click hella fast. This is a dope platform, because this can actually be a good platform during the winter times and stuff. You know, if we get the second wave, and we could talk about pop culture too, if people want that. If people want to talk about, want to see our viewpoints on stuff, this is really dope. Yes,
I'm actually enjoying this a lot more. To be honest with you, I've been invited to quite a few Zoom meetings and Zoom interviews. I either declined or I just didn't respond back, maybe because of my anxiety of doing it, because I haven't done, ever since my rise, I haven't done no interviews or anything like that with people, because I felt like it wasn't, I shouldn't say it like that, but I'm not going to say it. I don't want to make people feel bad, but I feel like this is more natural for me because I already know you and I know I'm going to get some really good questions, rather than the generic type of questions like, what's your favorite food? You know what to ask me, because you know me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, dope.
Yeah, man, like I plan on having like all kinds of different type of topics, and it's kind of like a unscripted, anything goes type too. You know, like if there's anything on your mind, we can talk about it, and especially with like, you know, with like other guests, like, you know, future guests, I want to like pick their brain too. You know, like they might be in a whole different profession. You know, and,
yeah,
like,
man. Put you know. Put more like my people in the light. You know, we're not thugs. You know what I'm saying? We're not all gangsters.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say something about that. Oh yeah, the Khmer stereotype. Can we address the Khmer stereotype? There was this meme going around. East Asians that showed a picture of nerds, and then Southeast Asians a picture of gangsters in plaid shirts. Like why do us Khmer people like take pride in being like so-called blacks of Asia? It's like why is that even a thing? Like, we understand that gang life is part of it. I have brothers and cousins that are heavily in the gangs in the early 90s, but I think it's kind of an insult to like the Khamais that are, that are not a part of that life. So it's like, it kind of makes me cringe when I see that meme. So that's all I wanted to say. But how do you feel about that?
I know what they're trying to do, and it was more like comedy in a way, right? Like
Right.
I can see like a Chappelle or somebody going up there and telling that joke. But then it just took a life of its own, and then people just took it serious. People took pride in it. I'm Cambodian. I don't consider myself no thug, no gangster, but the most important thing about that whole meme is the narrative that it puts on people. You know what I'm saying? The stereotype it puts on people.
Right.
Why wouldn't we want to be smart? Why wouldn't we want to be owners and entrepreneurs like how they said the Koreans were and stuff like that?
Right.
Or why wouldn't we want to be smart? You know what I'm saying? I never liked that. I never liked it when people posted up. And I get it. I have a sense of humor. We have sense of humor. People don't know our sense of humor is pretty damn good.
Oh, hell yeah. You funnier than me, Bong. Yo, you funnier than me. You make me laugh. And it's hard to make me laugh. I don't laugh at a lot of things.
Yeah, and it comes a time where I just didn't feel that was the right type of thing to put on a community. Like, I know loud people is very smart too, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know it was said in comedy, but just like anything, it can take a life of its own, and then it can become a narrative and a mindset for people who actually think like that and think that's how they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I want my peoples to be smart. I want them to be business owners. I want them to go ahead and do things for the community as well. And there are a lot of people doing that, like my boy Naren, or our boy Naren. He's out there fighting. He's in the front line and stuff like that every day. He up in City Hall. He out there and protesting, doing a lot of community work, or 925 guys buying up real estate. Those guys, they're out there moving too, but I never liked it. I don't support that. So we just leave it at that, man. Like, hopefully y'all watch this and feel the same way as us.
Hopefully, yeah. And it's no shade to the gangsters, because I got love for all the gangsters. Like, crazy thing is, it's the gangsters that show me a lot of support. They're like, yo, they see me at Khmer New Year, they be like, I think they're gonna come, talk some smack, but they come up to me like, yo, Chluy, my daughter loves you. Can I take a picture? I'm like, yo, that makes me feel so good.
No,
like, yo, I had nothing to worry about, and like, it's like, I feel like, it's part of our history, but it's also like, it's just like the meme that like people that they're taking too much pride in it.
They take too much. Yeah, that's what it is. They take too much pride in it, and they're happy about being, ghetto and hood, or if you want to talk about being hood or ghetto, is really. It could be anybody. It could be white, black, or, don't necessarily have to be Cambodians. But for me, what I'm trying to do is just paint a better picture for us by being a YouTuber, being an entrepreneur and stuff like that. I don't necessarily have to say I'm Cambodian in every video. You know what I mean? I'm just more of just handling my business so that I can lead the new generation into believing in their dreams and picking up a skill set and being an entrepreneur and just do real work for the community and the businesses out here. So I want to that meme is never gonna die out. So like, we really just gonna have to just deal with it. And I don't know if it's ever gonna change. That type of what was the word? That type of cachet that's put on our people. I want it to change. Yeah. The mentality. I just want the mentality to change, man, because we're very smart. We're very smart. Just gotta apply ourselves and give our kids opportunities and stuff. But maybe we're looking too deep into it. It could just be that. I just want to know who created that, because that was wrong of whoever created that, man. You didn't have to call us
for years now.
I know, but you don't have to call us that. Like, if you want to be real about it, if people want to be real about it, if we're the blacks of Asia, first of all, black people have done a lot for this country. Black people are very accomplished. They are like, you want to talk about black excellence, right? The word black excellence. They've done a lot for this country. They've accomplished so much more. They have so many businesses. They're up in the Senate. Like, they've done a lot. So if you're talking about we're the blacks of Asia, let's talk about how we can be great like black people in this country as well. All right. So that should be the new narrative. Like, how we can be just as great as black people in this country by doing what they've been doing. And that's what I want to say about that, dog.
Yo, I respect that. I respect your answer. I agree with everything you're saying. Yeah. Have you had a Karen experience yet while you're going out and about, going to Wawa, getting a hot dog or something? Have you
You said,
heard anything under your breath, like any racism? I started to notice something when I was walking my dog, Sarah.
what happened?
There was this crackhead or somebody like said, "F you and your dog." I'm like, out of nowhere, like, what am I doing? I'm walking my dog, and I felt the hate in her heart. Like I didn't do nothing. Like, "F you and your
Yeah.
dog." She's screaming at me from across the street. I'm like, wow, this is not that kind of neighborhood. I live in a really nice neighborhood. Like, yo, I gotta watch out for her.
Yeah. Watch out for her. Take videos of her. Um, yeah, just be careful next time you walk Sarah, dog. You just never know, man. In these times here, you never know. She could be
Yeah.
doing a drive-by,
Hmm.
stabbing or some shit like
You
that.
never
So just be
know.
careful.
Yeah. Especially in New
So always,
York. New York's crazy
oh,
too.
always stay strapped. You know that gun you show me every morning, dog.
Hit him with the finger Glock. You gotta put. Yeah, here's the way you do it. You gotta like put the hand to protect the cock, the kickback.
Damn,
You
that's
put your hand
crazy.
under the elbow to protect the kickback. But yeah,
Making that motherfucker sing right now, dog.
yes sir. Yeah, but
Nah, I haven't
shit.
experienced any of that. Maybe when I was younger. Um, maybe I know I experienced it when I was younger. But now it's kind of like I move in a way that's I hate to say, but not saying it won't happen to me, but I haven't gone in those. Dang, you say you live in a nice neighborhood too.
Yeah, I just moved here in July of last year, and it's actually a predominantly like is a prime neighborhood, so it's family oriented for the most part. But I just had that
Yeah,
one
I don't
crackhead
live in that.
ruin it.
I don't live in that type of neighborhood. I know my
Mm.
neighbors, so it's not that none of that stuff going down around here. You know what I mean? Maybe when I move to a new place, it might be a little bit more uppity or whatever. And maybe it could happen there. But where I'm at right now, I'm comfortable. I feel like a lot of people know me anyway, so I don't think that would go down. I'm not saying it couldn't go down, but I haven't experienced anything yet as far as going out vlogging or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I'm good. I'm Gucci, man. Because they know when I ride around with that whip, I got that glizzy on me.
The glizzy.
Got the
Do you
imaginary
think
glizzy on me.
also, do you think racism is more like active now than it was in the past, or just getting filmed now? I feel like nothing's changed. I feel
Nothing's
like
not.
racism was cracking back then too, and then it's just everything's on camera now. Like people are going
Yeah,
live, filming it. I think nothing has changed. Like we had made
nothing's
no
changed. I,
progress.
I think it's actually gotten worse.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
people have got. I think certain people have gotten the green light to go ahead and speak their mind on how they always felt about certain people. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've experienced not a lot of racism, but I've felt it from both sides growing up as a Cambodian immigrant. You know, I felt it. I got racism from white people. I got it from black people, um, but I've got it more from white people.
That's a fact. Me too.
um, I think I don't even think the racism from the black people I got growing up was more racism. It's just something, I think I was walking somewhere and someone called me Bruce Lee or something like that. Or they would make the
And you
wah the
had the
wrong
you had the
sound.
Bruce Lee hair too. I saw your picture. You look like Dragon
Yeah,
the Bruce Lee story,
yeah. I
Jason.
mean, I kind of did look like Bruce Lee. So, but black people actually became some of my close friends growing up. Anyways, they were the people that accepted me. I had white friends growing up too. You know what I mean? I'm kind of different, man. I like, I like people. You know what I'm saying? It's not a black or white thing for me. I identify more with just black people, just because I, grew up loving black culture, listen to black music, hip hop. Um,
New trees.
so for
Shout out
me,
to new
yeah,
trees.
shout out to the new trees, Miz and Prime Mega, man. I just, it feels more natural. You know what I'm saying? Like just being in with my peoples. I didn't really grow up with too many Asian people. I actually didn't grow up with any Asian people.
So was I like your first Asian friend? That you could call a friend that's a long-term friendship. We're 10 years, man. We family.
Yeah, I think so. I think you were probably my first Asian friend.
Wow. That's what's up.
I didn't have any. I didn't have any Cambodian friends growing up for sure. Yeah, you were my first Asian friend, dog. I've known Asian people in like high school and stuff like that, but as far as close friend, I'd say you my first Asian. You my first Asian and my first Cambodian friend.
Whoa, you
Shit,
didn't
I didn't really start.
homie?
I didn't
Not
even.
even
I didn't
one
have
for
a,
my homie.
no,
Wow.
man. I go. Like I don't know. Like yeah, you knew how I came up when I did my first music video, and then it was like some static going down because I'm not from Philadelphia, but my main thing was just trying to put Cambodians on the map. But people didn't see it like that. They say, he's not from our hood. Why is he doing music video in here?
Well, you helped me. You helped put me on the map, so you're very much partially responsible for my success. So people don't know you film like the majority of my music videos starting now. So that's like we're a team. Like, can we tell them like the story behind the name Hella Chluy? Guess who came up with that?
Who?
JL Jupiter. Remember how we used to talk in a daily convo? We'd be like, you know how we just try to encourage each other to speak Khmer in our lingo? We're like, yo, that guy is Hella Chluy. Man, you Chluy, man. That person right there is Hella Chluy. So I'm like, it's stuck. I'm like, that should be my name.
Because I remember you telling me you was actually from like the northwest, and at that time the word hella was like a West Coast slang. It still is a West Coast slang, but it was new. So I remember I think we was eating like pho or something like that, and we was trying to speak Cambodian at the time, and I was like, man, that's Hella Chluy right there. You know what I mean? Hella Chluy.
That was cool, man. I thought that was funny.
We kept saying that, and it took a life of its own. You know what I mean? It's like that Jay-Z bar. You made it a hot line, I made it a hot song or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I made it a hot line, you made it a hot song and shit like that. So it was dope. It was dope seeing it take a life of its own, and what was meant to happen happened. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? And you did the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like I did the video stuff, but there never ever would be to this day another Hella Chluy with the type of personality, the type of way you took over the internet at the time within Khmer communities and stuff. Like your face stands out. Like people can see you and be like, oh, that's Hella Chluy right there. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. It's the truth, though. You know what I mean? I tell you all the time, like you have one of the best brands in the world because you can actually mess up doing something, messing up, and be like, I'm just being Chluy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those like brands that just can't mess up in a way. You know what I mean? People don't know. Chloe's fob accent is probably one of the best fob accents in the world.
I just take notes from like my booze and my my
you may take notes, but the way you actually say it is like the best and funniest way. One of the videos he had on YouTube was him ordering Chinese food.
That's my first video.
Yeah, you're ordering everything off the menu. Like, can I get a Szechuan delight?
Maybe I'll link it in the description. It's actually on my own page.
You should.
It's under Memo Jackson. So like the whole Memo Jackson that we could talk about on a different day. It's like that's like my first YouTube page. So that's why I did all my music stuff. But I uploaded it there. And the first video, Shit Cambodian Folks Say, was on that channel as well. And that's the one that
took off, dog.
That's the one that put me on the map. Like no one knew who I was the day before that. So and then people started sharing it on Twitter. I didn't even know what Twitter was. That thing was like 300,000 overnight. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Yeah. Shot it on my iPhone 3GS on iMovie and edit it real quick. Yeah.
You were that guy, and you were that guy, man. And your quality of music, the parodies and stuff like that, will forever be known. People still know who you are, and there's people in Cambodia, waiting to meet you and stuff. So. Sky's the limit, my dude.
Passport on the way, Bon. Can we travel together and do food videos together? I could be the guy that holds your bags, your camera bags, and your lenses.
You ain't down. I've been waiting on you. I bet my passport don't expire for another 5 years, man. You let me know.
I'm just waiting for this this piece of mail is coming. It's on the way, Bong, and we gonna turn up.
And Cambodia got I've read some Cambodia's like travel thing is like so messed up. Like they charge you, they quarantine you first before you can go on vacation, and then they charge you, and then if you have it, they charge you even more. I don't know.
Yeah,
We
like
gotta look into that. Like
I heard
they
about that
make it,
too. Yeah.
man. It's like out of pocket the way they're doing it right now. But
Ho-
hopefully next year
Hopefully that
it'll be
clears
a
up. By the time I get my my paperwork, my passport, it's coming.
or
So
or
by then
or
it should be, it should be all, old news by then, it should be back to regular, hopefully.
yeah, man.
Shoot. If we can't go there, we go where we going? We going to Malaysia? We going to
Shoot.
Thailand? We going to
You ain't
Vietnam?
down?
Let's go the whole Mekong River tour. Crazy Rich Asian.
You hear his accent is the best. I'm telling you, man. He does the best impression. Not
Man,
even
my
impression, but
my Haitian accent, because I have Jamaican homies out here, so it's like, it kind of like stuck with me, like Vanille. Shout out to Vanille, man. That's my best Jamaican homie. He's like one of my first New York friends, man, in real estate. Yeah, that was like my first job, so that's
let's
a
hear
whole
it.
different episode.
Let's hear a Jamaican accent.
Man, I'm shy, but I'm hella Ian. Why you put me on the spot, man?
Cause you do it from time to time when we talk. And let the people hear, dog.
I don't even
You
know
know what I'm
right now,
saying?
Wong.
Come on,
Shoot, I can't even think of nothing right now.
do a catchphrase.
Shoot.
Do one of their phrases.
Man, I don't even know right now, Bob. It just has to come. It has to come
You're letting the
naturally.
people hang right now, dog. You letting them hang. They want to hear your Jamaican Chluy accent.
You want to hear my Jamaican? Jamaican?
Jamaican.
Yeah. Yo, I was like speaking like that one day on the train, and someone thought I was Jamaican. They were looking at me weird. They're like, yo,
Oh,
who's
there's
this
actually
Chino speaking?
there's actually a pretty good amount of Chinese actually in Jamaica too.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We everywhere. Yeah, man. Shoot.
What else you got, dog?
My LED went out, man.
I mean, it's time to wrap it up, B.
Yeah, it's a good hour and 12. I think that's great content, Bong.
That's really
I think
good, dog.
Should we let it rock or should we do some cuts? I think for the most part we flow like the river of Jordan, Bong. We was flowing.
Hold me like the
Yeah.
river Jordan.
Oh man, they don't know Bong can sing. Yo, can you sing my favorite song? I'll actually finish this sentence. If I could change the world, I would.
Is that Eric Clapton?
If I could change the world, I would.
I will be the sunlight in your universe. You will be the sunlight in your
See,
Baby, if I could change the world.
They don't know my Bong got vocal and soul, man.
You like? Yo, you always
Yeah.
tell me, yo, you got that soul for this. I'm like, what you talking about, dog? You know what I'm
You got the
saying?
soul from the diaphragm that I don't have. I still have nasal. I still have a lot of You hear the FOB in me when I sing the high part. But yeah, that's a blessing to be able to sing like that. But do you ever see yourself doing music again? Maybe doing a song? I saw that you did a song for your channel, that funny food song. We going out to eat. That's dope. It gave me a little flashback. Oh, JL's back in the stew. Like, yo, I was happy to see that.
I want to. You know me, like, I actually need you to come record me because I hate the mixing and mastering process. But if someone just hooks up a booth for me and tell me, hey, rap to this, sing to this, I could do it. And then I just need to leave the studio and let the producers and the engineers do their thing. I just really hate that. Like some people hate editing video. I hate mixing, setting up, and mastering a song. That's just not my thing. I already told myself, if I'm ever gonna do music again, I'm just gonna hire somebody to go ahead and do that for me because I can't stand it. So
Well, guess
I
what,
love to get
Bong?
back. What?
Go ahead. That's actually my favorite process. I love mixing. I love tracking vocals. That's my specialty.
So what you're saying, dog?
Thought you'd never ask. Would you like to me to engineer your next song, even if it's just a song?
Yeah, man, and I pay you, dog. You know, we gotta keep the resources and all. I gotta pay my dog, man. Shoot.
Thanks for leveraging each other. I appreciate you being on my platform, and thank you actually for inspiring me to to do this, because I remember telling you about I wanted to do podcasts for like a year now, like a year ago. But I just I was like all talk, I'm like, shoot, I spent a lot of time researching. I wanted to make sure I got the right things, the right year. But like I could have done this off a phone, but like I kind of want to do it right the first time,
Do
get
it
that
right.
good crispy quality.
And our quality is immaculate, dog. You know what I'm saying? We doing this with. I got a Camlink streamer. You got.
I got the Camlink clone on eBay.
You got the Tamlink.
I got the Tamit Boong link.
I got the
It actually
Camlink
works
Jones.
though.
It looks
if you guys
really
wanna,
good.
If you guys want a video on my gear, I plan on doing it. I will show you how to set up a live stream setup at your home, and it's pretty dope. So
we have a pretty good like professional setup. Like I'm actually streaming off of my DSLR camera. You're doing the same with your camera. We have an audio interface for our microphone setup, and yeah, our setup is pretty like legit. We can actually do a legit podcast, but don't let that, if you don't have it, use your phone, by any means necessary. But he's not thinking about doing it. He's actually going to do a video to show you guys how to set it up. But what you need to do first is get him, he's going to do it when he reaches, how many subscribers you got now?
I'm at 46K, maybe 50,000. I need to
All right,
get that
so when he reaches
milestone.
Yeah, so get him to 50K and he going to do that video for y'all. How about that?
I want to do more like not so much like tech reviews, but like gear, like most of my gear is like budget gear that works, but it's also like quality. But like I've been just kind of like getting stuff I could afford, and pretty much everything you need to like shoot quality videos and have quality sound. I'm big on sound, so I'm starting to mic my things up now. My videos, miking up make a big difference.
Telling you, dog, this is where this make me sound sexy, dog. I'm not really a big talker. You already know this, but this microphone helps me sound good. It gets my voice across.
You got your bass in your baritone. I'm over here like high tenor and shit. I sound like Alvin the Chipmunk. You sound like Luther Vandross.
You could sing, dog. Sing something for the people. You got me sing. All right. How about this? I'm gonna give you a little something, and then you take the lead off it. Ready?
All right. It better be a song I know.
I'm gonna give you an alley. You ready? Have you ever loved someone
so much you thought you'd die, giving so much of yourself? It seems the only way. Tell me what you want and I will give it to you.
You.
That was sound hard on auto-tune, right?
You know what I'm saying? My bong is an R&B head too, dog. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give something for the people one time.
Am I good enough to do backup vocals for your song?
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Maybe turn me real low and then crank that auto-tune. I think I can get away with, a good hook.
All right, look. A random question right now because we got to give the people something.
All right.
If you had to pick your favorite Asian rap song and music video, got to pick one. You got to pick a song and a music video.
Mm-hmm.
What would it be? And then after that, you're going to have to give us a little sample of that song.
It has to have a music video, though? The one I like be in 2010.
Okay, no music video, just a song. How about that?
Shoot. There's a lot of good ones back then, but I'm going to have to say... We blaze it up on the window for my empire to rise. Spit my game about my life on this MIC tonight. Ripping through the show, till I let your speakers blow. Bass flipping out the white like we need time to smoke the seed. I need to interview.
That was legit.
Kid.
That was legit. You got to post this one as a snippet to have people go watch it. That would be dope.
Oh, that might be the trailer for it, the teaser for it.
That would be dope. All right. So what's your favorite, funniest Asian rap's music video?
Music video ever. Music video. Funniest Asian rap music video. Asian rap. Oh, Chucky Atkins. You beef, you never stop, we don't care. There will be no more peace. It's all about Vietnamese. Yo,
I heard you was a part of the V Unit.
V Unit was hard. They had the blonde split bangs, and
I was scared of the V Unit, dog, in that video, man. It was tough, dog. You know what I'm saying?
They were just retaliating for beating up the little brother, man. That's cool. That's funny in the fact that what they were wearing and that they're acting. But there's no disrespect to Chucky. I actually know him from the Asian rap days. We was homies, but like that, it's funny because just the way that the acting was and the whole the bangs, yo. I can't get over the bangs. That's how we dress. You had the bangs too. You told me you had
The bangs too. That probably would have been me if I had a camera guy and had a recording studio. We all would have done stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
They pulled up in the parking lot in a Honda Accord, stepped out.
But the one thing I wouldn't have done in my video is make it a Asian versus black thing, because in that video that's what he did in the video.
Oh yeah, that was that. Yeah, that was. It was.
My homies are black. My brothers are black.
It's been going on. It's been going on for years. That was real life, right?
Yeah.
And that was in Toronto too.
What was the name of the hood, the project? I know
Jane and Finch. Jane and Finch.
Jane and Finch.
We can't even talk smack about Jane and Finch because we're not from there, but it's actually known like it's a real gangster territory.
The hood is the hood. I respect the hood worldwide, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if it's in Toronto.
There's some killers in Jane and Finch, even though it sounds like a Abercrombie and Fitch type department store, but it's you might get chopped up. You have to tuck in your necklace. You got to tuck in your chain when you go to Jane and Finch.
Yes, gangsters everywhere, dog. Gangsters everywhere. So
gangsters make the world go round, man. Shout out to all the gangsters, man.
Yeah, man. So what else you got, man? Or are we gonna wrap this up? I gotta get the baby.
I think we covered a lot of great things. This is some great content, and I can't wait to share it with the world. And I want to continue this. Anything you need me for, to hit me up. I'm gonna probably see you on Messenger right after this. Let me know what I can do.
Messenger in the next minute. No, it's a really dope platform.
Yeah, thank you, Bong. And if you have any friends that may want to be on here, it don't even matter. Like it could be like someone that wants to talk about something. I'm down to listen. I'm down to have conversation, intelligent conversation.
Chloe therapy.
Chloe therapy.
Chloe therapy. Come here and talk some shit. You want to talk some shit?
Yeah, man. Let's get Miz on here and be like, yo, Wishbone is not that good of a rapper. We could talk. That's a whole hour episode right there about Wishbone.
If you just say the word bone, you say the word bone around Miz, it'll be an hour-long debate. You know what I'm saying? If you say Bone Thugs and Harmony, that'd be like a 3-hour-long debate. So the more you bring up a lyric, that'll be an all-day debate.
Yo, Miz, if you see this, I would love to have you on my show, Miz. Let me know. Just DM me. You don't even have to email me. I'll holler at you.
Now, who's your next episode? Can you talk about it now or no?
Yeah, I'm in talks with a 15-year-old one-man orchestra. He plays every instrument in the world. I did a YouTube live the other day to test out, made my little, announcement about this podcast I'm working on, ChluyTalk. And he emailed me, and then I'm like, yo, send me some videos of you playing something. He sent me some violin. So I'm like, yo, that's awesome. He plays like Khmer music too. I'm like, yo, this is it's kind of like a prodigy type. This would be a great talent to show the world, especially at 15. And you could play the drum, the bamboo flute. You could play that's dope. Also, I've made some contacts on some names too, like maybe some heavy hitters in the industry. Just waiting on confirmation. So just want to have a variety of different people. Also plan on reaching out to the Khmer communities in various cities in the nation too. I'm also open to international Zooms too. So
yeah, don't wait for people. I'd say get some people on here, but be on here consistently talking to people too.
Yeah.
I'd love to just hear from you and get your viewpoints on a lot of things.
Definitely.
So come up on here, talk about pop culture, talk about some throwback things like Asian rap. Have like an Asian rap section too. That'd be dope.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I actually plan on doing an Asian rap section with a very special Asian rap veteran that we was there at the same time around, and we're still friends till today. And he's he's made some big hits. Actually, he had some mainstream success. So
I already know who you're talking about, dog. That's my homie too.
Yeah, that's your homie too. That's right. See,
my homie too. Your
friend is my friend.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think this is great, man. I feel like this is a wrap.
It's a wrap, man. Y'all better go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Let us know. I shouldn't say let us know. Let Chloe know. What it is you want on the next podcast, who you want on the next podcast, what issues you want. But I think this is a good free flowing. It's like the Joe Rogan experience. You know what I'm saying? They just sit up there and just talk. So
yeah. You got any
We should do this.
questions, just email me. Yeah.
We should do this once a month. I mean, right after your other people and stuff, and just talk some shit.
I would love that. We can just call it talk that
Oh,
ish.
that is bring up about pop culture and stuff like that. I like to have a platform to release all this stuff that I normally don't talk to a lot of people anyways, and I don't tweet at all. My personal page is not active. All my content is really just food based and all that stuff. But I love to have a platform where I can come up here, give you my thoughts on, pop culture and Will and Jada, Nick Cannon, all that stuff, and that'd be cool if you down for it. Once a month after the babies sleep.
Oh, definitely. I'm down. I'm down. This is the reason I'm doing this is because I'm for practice. Like guys, you know that I don't talk like this too. Like I've been getting nervous talking on camera, so this is like my next step in life is to be a good speaker. I've been doing I've been in front of a camera doing other stuff for 10 years. Like, why am I in? I shouldn't be in, man. I should be a seasoned vet just like you, Bong. I think I've always had it in me. It's just like every time I look at the lens, I'd be like, is there a booger in my nose? You know?
I
need some coffee.
My allergies.
Get panic attacks. I think I'm good though. I think I'm in the right state of mind. I feel at peace with myself, and I think we're just gonna get better, and we're gonna grow together, and as a community, as homies, as family. I think this is a good starting point for me.
Yeah, man, proud of you, dog. Let's go ahead and I'm getting a text from the wife now. She asking me to wrap it up, B. You know what I'm saying? So let's wrap it up. This is good. Now we get to go to bed early. This is what I'm excited for.
Oh, yeah, it's my bedtime. Shoot.
I'm tired.
We puck real quick, man. I smell like Capit from the plums I just had earlier.
For the record, I always hated the smell of Capit. That was the worst smell ever, dog.
It stinks so good, though.
Some people might say I'm too good. I'm too Cambodian for nothing or something like that.
All right, man. Thank you so much for being my guest, man. My first guest. You're my day one. This is JL Jupiter. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Get him to 100K ASAP. Venmo him at JL Jupiter if you want to support. You know what I mean? And bless up, Bong. And I'll see you on Messenger in 3, 2, 1.